Hi guys! I wanted to introduce myself. Heidi and I have been talking and she asked me to come live on your team page. So I'm going to very briefly tell you my story. I'm Diamond Ambassador Erin Bush, and I have the great privilege and opportunity of being able to talk to you guys really quick about why I am so passionate about telling people about plexus even during hard times. I have found that discouragement and things that are outside of our control can either make us bitter or they can make us better. And it is our choice how we react and how we respond during times of great discouragement that determines whether we grow bitter or whether we grow better. And I'd like to talk to you about my story because I grew bitter. I was really, really sick and did not know why. And finally, when I got a diagnosis, I was excited to actually figure out what was wrong, but very quickly became extremely down when I realized that the symptoms of the chronic illness that my body suffers from were not so easily taken care of. And I spent thousands and thousands of dollars trying to find help. I went to naturopaths, I went to specialists, I tried supplementation, I tried nutritional guidance, coaching. I mean, I just spent so much money over an 8-year period. You would not believe it. And during that time, I got so bad and I was before this vibrant, happy English teacher by trade. I was a stay-at-home mom with my kids. I loved what I did, but physically my body was deteriorating. I got to the point where I would park at Target and I would shuffle up and down the wheelchair ramp because I was in such pain I could not even go up and down. I would come down our stairs one time a day and go up our stairs one time a day. So once I was down, I couldn't go back up. It was, that was the end. I would take my kids to school and then I would come back home by 10 a.m. I was asleep again. Then I would get up and make the baby lunch and hopefully help entertain him from the comfort of the couch. And then when my kids got home, I would ask them to watch. My oldest watched her younger siblings so I could go lay down and nap. I was literally unable to do anything. I did wake up in the morning and choose, did I make dinner that day? Did I clean the house? Because I couldn't do both. Or did I run an errand that day? Or did I make dinner? Did I go to Bible study? Or did I, go somewhere and do something? Because I could not function at all. It was so, so bad. And over time, I allowed that pain and that suffering to make me really bitter. And it was when a friend posted about plexus that I said, I'm desperate. A few days before I had decided I wanted to go back to work, I had not been able to work because I was so sick, and I had really become so depressed and anxious. I thought the only way back is to do what I love, which is teaching part-time. So I got up to part-time teaching job, and I was so excited for about 20 minutes because then I thought, how the heck am I going to get up and go to work and teach when I feel like I do? So I was weeping on the bathroom floor, asking God, Lord, I want you to use me, and you've got to give me the strength. So take my unattractive, unhealthy body, use it for what you will. But you have got to give me the strength to be used. 5 days later, a friend of mine posted about plexus. She did not want to, but her sponsor kept saying, you don't know who's out there. You don't know who's out there. You need to post. So she did. I was out there, and I saw it. So I messaged her about it. I did some research because remember I've been on thousands and thousands of dollars of supplementation trying to get help, and ordered. And I ordered 2 3-day trial packs. And after 6 days, I thought, well, gosh, I've been sick a really long time. If I'm going to do this, I better do it for a month. We all know how we feel about people who say that, right? And then about 2 weeks in, my husband said, I feel like you're a little bit different. And I said, no, I'm not. I'm not at all. I don't think it's working. And then I thought, well, but I have been sick a really long time. I better try it for 3 months. And so I became an ambassador. And when I became an ambassador, at that time, I was teaching part-time, but it was, my brain fog was so bad, I was struggling to grade papers. It would take me hours and hours to grade papers because my brain fog was so bad. I wasn't able to read the Bible. I wasn't able to have my quiet time. Sitting in church was a great challenge. More Sundays than not, I could not even sit in church the entire time. My ability to concentrate was almost non-existent. So here I am. I don't know how I got a teaching job doing, but all of my energy was going into trying to get through these couple of classes. And so when I started Plexus, I started noticing I had a little bit more clarity. I was able to actually read these essays a little bit better than I had even a few weeks before. And maybe there was some improvement. And so I became a very grumpy wholesale ambassador. And I was added to all of these team pages. And I sat back. I did not say thank you to anybody who welcomed me or glad to be here or anything like that, because I wasn't. Even though I was really enjoying teaching, I was really very miserable still and in a lot of pain. About 4 months in is when I finally started to see relief. And I thought, my gosh, God has used 3 simple products to completely change me. The gal who hired me for this job told me recently, this teaching job, that she remembers what I was like pre-Plexus because she met me. But she saw something past my grumpiness. And I think through the grace of God, I was hired. So I'm sitting on these team pages. I'm not feeling amazing yet. And I'm thinking to myself, these people just want to sell a product. They just want to make money. They don't care about these customers they're asking questions about. They don't know a good probiotic from a bad one, because I thought, how the heck could Probio5 do any good when it's not refrigerated? I was so arrogant and prideful. And I had sworn off network marketing a really, really long time ago when I had a really bad taste in my mouth from a company that I had experienced with in my 20s. So the idea that I was now a network marketer, no, it did not. I was just a consumer. So God really opened my eyes when my diamond upline sent me a message because I had posted something negative on her team page. And she did not call me out in public or anything like that. She sent me a message. She's like, I try and keep my team page really, really positive. What's up? And it made me look at me. And I realized God had some major work to do in me. Who had I become that I had allowed pain and discouragement and helplessness move me to bitterness instead of being a better me? So I started working on being a better me right then. And I am telling you right now, there is no way that someone like me I was literally deleting people off of Facebook prior to Plexus. If something good happened in your life one time, I was okay and I wished you well. Something good happened to you a second time, I was looking at you sideways. Something happened to you good third time, things were so bad in my life, I would literally delete people off of Plexus, off of my Facebook, off of my friends list. Because I was in such misery inside as well as outside that I could not even handle something good happening for someone else. How sad is that? So here I am starting a business now with 185 people on my Facebook. But here's the deal. I wasn't thinking about me. I was thinking about how many other people are out there hiding like me who desperately need what Plexus has. The community, the support, maybe they need friendships, maybe they need a place to call home, maybe they need, and I feel like this is home. I mean, this is like, this community, when you immerse yourself in it, you're in the best community in the world. I mean, we are amazing. We're amazing, people. Products, these products could be absolutely, a pink drink. I spent thousands of dollars on natural supplements. It's so expensive, you guys. And it was a pink drink and a BioCleanse and a little thing called Probiotic 5 that changed my life. My sponsor will often use the story of Esther to explain how she felt about posting about Plexus. So in the book of Esther, it's Esther 4:14, it says, "For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place, but you and your father's family will perish. And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this." So if you don't know Esther's story, her people, she was married to a king, and her people were in a perilous situation. She had not told the king who she really was. But here she is now in a somewhat powerful position, and so she was being asked to use her influence to save her people, and she was terrified because it was very possible the king would say, "I don't like you, goodbye," and your time is up, and he could kill her for speaking up against this law he had made and for her people. And I know that seems so extreme compared to Plexus, but my sponsor puts it this way. She absolutely believes that God would have shown me Plexus through someone else if she had not said yes to doing something she didn't really want to do, which was share about it. She had felt God's prompting. It was through a friend, her sponsor, telling her, "You need to post, you need to post, you need to post." But it was God who, and she could have said no. And she could have not told somebody. She wasn't having any results yet herself, but she went ahead and put it out there, and God used that to minister to me. So now you have somebody who could not read their Bible, could not walk up and down a curb, who can teach and train, and I have no problem doing my quiet time and sit in church and be with my kids and homeschool my kids and be a good wife and all thriving now to a place of such sickness and pain, not only physically but internally, to now I can be a diamond ambassador with Plexus. How crazy is that? So God has placed you in such a time as this. It is during our most discouraging times where our true character and our true grit and who we are and understanding the unselfishness of what we do, there are people out there desperate for what you have, and listen, and you telling them about it, that's on you. That's you being faithful to this $34.95 that you have paid for. If you've paid for $34.95, you have the opportunity to bless even one life. That is so worth it, because that one life may be someone as sick as I was. If I did not think I would even last the year. I was at the point before Plexus that I was unsure that I would even be able to survive the year. It was so bad for me. So I want you to examine where you're coming from. Are you coming from a place of selfishness and discouragement and fear? That is so selfish. Fear is so selfish. But understanding that what you have, to give that to somebody else, somebody like me, even if they say no, you've done your job. You have done what you should do. You have given them the opportunity for life and for feeling better and good lab work and being a better wife or being a better husband or being a better mom or being a better dad or being a better employee, being a better person, because that is what our products do. They make us feel better. Our community makes us be better. How incredible is that we can have both? Okay, I'm going to kind of end this because I know it's been a while. I want to leave you with two things. In times of great discouragement, I hope you remember me. God has blessed this company so much. It is prayed for and prayed over like no other place I've ever worked. I mean, really ever. It's incredible the amount of prayer that goes into this the people in this business and our products and our leadership and our corporate leadership, things might be really tough right now. You might be really discouraged right now, which means this is your time. This is your time to live this. Let us not become weary in doing good, because you guys, there are people on the other side that you are doing good for, and you do not know what your next post, who that next person you interact with is going to say, this is it, this is the moment I'm going to try Plexus. For at the proper time you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. But guess what? You don't reap a harvest if you give up. You don't reap a... I have heard people say, oh, things are going great with Plexus. I'm so glad I joined. God is totally blessing my business. And then I've heard out of the same mouth, things are going terrible. This person quit, that person quit. My points are down. I can't get a subscription in, whatever it is. God must be giving me a sign that I shouldn't be doing this. If your toddler is screaming on the floor of the mall and they are freaking out because you gave them a sip of water and they didn't want water, they wanted juice, whatever it was, do you at that moment say, I'm done. I'm done with parenting. It's too hard. It's too hard. God must be telling me I shouldn't be doing it. Do you do that with your marriage? Do you do that with relationships? When things get hard, do you just quit? That is not who you were made to be. You were made to be this person who takes their thoughts captive to Christ and don't grow weary in well-doing. I'm telling you, you are doing good. You are doing good. I am a perfect example, and if you need more examples, go to YouTube, build your belief in the products and what these products can do for people financially. Number one reason for divorce is financial issues. Having another stream of income like Plexus, how amazing is that for couples and families that are hurting or need that extra cushion so they can go to sleep at night not worried about their finances. 2 Thessalonians 3:13 says the same thing. As for you, brothers and sisters, never tire of doing what is good. You are doing good. I promise you, there is someone like Aaron Bush out there weeping on the floor of their bathroom, desperately asking for answers. And it is up to you to be faithful to share Plexus with them. I'm so excited for 2018. I can't wait to hear from your great and fearless leader who is doing amazing what comes of this team in 2018. Have a great day.